Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I wonder how come I can't see the Zoom now. Like I can only see myself.
Okay, I can see all. Okay, I'm. So are no. Which one you look? Are you looking at the Zoom? Or are you looking at the link that I sent you earlier?
I'm looking at the Zoom right now.
Okay, don't worry about the Zoom. I'm about to send you the YouTube link because right now I'm looking at YouTube and I can see all three of us right now.
Who's all three? It should be four screens.
I don't see Malachi. Malachi turned off the screen.
Oh, I'm right here.
Okay, I'm on YouTube. I can't.
Okay, hold up. So you guys are still there?
Yeah, I can see. I'm all good.
Yeah. You guys still there? Okay, fellas, I'm about to send you. Hold on. I'm about to send you guys a link to the YouTube, so y'all can set a separate window and look at the YouTube. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I can see it's all on. I can see it's all on Zoom, and then it's
Wait,
streaming.
hold on. I'm sorry. Wait, what are we doing this for YouTube for? So wait, remind me again.
So if you just do a regular Zoom, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a lot of boxes. People logging in, you'll get like 9 boxes, and everybody got to figure out who's talking. If we stream it through YouTube, I can limit who's on the screen, which should be the 4 people talking. Everybody else who log into the Zoom will go through a into the holding page where they won't be on the main screen, and we can move them in and out if they want to ask a question.
Do you know how to do
From YouTube you can link YouTube to Zoom to where you can move people in and out of Zoom and YouTube.
that? Yeah.
Yes. Short answer, yes. It's a little more
Oh,
complicated than that, but short answer, yes. So what I'm doing right now, hold on, I'm about to send you guys. I'm gonna email it to you guys right now, okay?
mm-hmm.
Because
When people log on, they're gonna be direct. They're gonna automatically be on the YouTube stream. They're not gonna be in the Zoom.
so we're giving everybody the YouTube link. That's where they're going. If they
Okay.
want to ask a question, we'll give them the Zoom link, and they'll be put in a holding area in Zoom. So if they want to ask a question face to face with Doc B and you guys, we will be able to through Zoom. We will be able to bring them over just so that they ask their question, and then we'll take them off the screen.
Through
Okay.
Zoom, that might be. I think you
I
should
think
just go through Zoom
I was
because
gonna say
people are
I think that's
already.
kind of a lot to
Yeah, because
do.
people are already waiting on the Zoom. I don't think this is a bad idea when we do
Okay,
the.
hold on, pause real quick, because what you guys gonna do is cause what you guys about to do. If you think this go through Zoom, you guys are gonna have a crash. Because what's going to happen if you just say you get 20 people on there, now you've been on Zoom calls where there's 20 people on there. You cannot regulate from the background noise whose picture pops up. Through the YouTube, we can regulate all that. You can't do. Me and John
I
already went
wouldn't.
through the. Me
Did
and
you
John already went through
guys?
it and looked to try to how to regulate it through Zoom. You can't do that.
No.
Usually,
So
no.
hurt.
I'm
So
saying.
with the way
I'm
that
saying.
Zoom works, the only way people's pictures pop up is if their mics are on. So if their mics are on and they say something, then their picture pops up. But if everybody's muted, then the only person who's talking, or the only people pictures who show up are the people who's talking.
But the problem is, you ever notice that even with everybody's mic, you still see everybody else's picture. We don't want everybody's picture. We don't want everybody's camera to be accessed through Zoom. That's the problem. You cannot regulate whose camera. You cannot regulate what a person sees on Zoom. We cannot say we want you to see only these 4 people who is part of the forum.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're trying to do. But I'm saying the way the event was promoted and the way what the students are going to be looking for is they're going to be looking for a Zoom link. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Again, that's why we're streamlining it to make it easier by giving them this link. They'll be able to go on and watch a Zoom meeting. And if they want to, again, not everybody's going to want to get on. If somebody wants to actually be involved, they can either submit their question via the YouTube channel in the chat line, or we say, hey, if you want to get online, just go here. We give them the link, and they can hop on the link. We're not making it complicated. We're not making it overly complicated for anybody. The only problem
Okay,
again is the
I see that.
presentation. If you have 20 different um videos, not video, but
Pictures
webcams going on at one time, you're not going to see, like, you only want to see Doc B in this little ass spot, them talking,
Yeah.
unless you telling everybody to enlarge it, put yourself on mute for Doc B to talk. This way we control it. So what I'm about to do right now is send y'all a link, email y'all a link. Go to YouTube right now, because we're live right now. I want you to see how it looks, so you'll kind of understand what we're doing.
Okay. Wait. So Hurt.
Yes.
So do this. I'm gonna log off. Just put the link. Like copy the link into the chat, because I don't like, instead of like, for someone who's like just coming straight on, they're not gonna be coming from the Zoom. Does that make sense?
Well, I'll send it via chat as well, but this is just for you guys to look at it.
Way that we're going to be able to put out the link for people to use.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
can put
saying,
out the
how are
link.
you gonna? So my point is, how are you gonna create the link? Okay, I can see. Okay, so this is good. I see this. I see myself. So I'm saying, how are you gonna create this? How are you gonna create the link and make it accessible for the students to be able to see?
Because once I create the live stream, saying I want to do a live stream, I get a link. I do that tonight. So once we finish with this, I will go ahead and put a set up for tomorrow. I'll put something together for say going live at 6 o'clock. It will give me a link. I'll send you guys the link, and you guys will distribute that link.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. All right, y'all, you do whatever way you want to do it. I'm saying the students are going to be looking for a Zoom link, and I'm saying is, how are you going to make that link available to students? How is that supposed to be made available?
Okay, so that'll be through. Okay, so
Yeah, because they'd have to like copy it and paste something.
They'd have to. You can't, if you just say link in our bio or something. Maybe they might be able to see that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Or something, or maybe you might be able to create the link and maybe provide it on a post somehow, some way. But I don't know. You might be able to put the post in the caption. I mean, the link in the caption, but I don't know if it'll make the link accessible. If that's what I'm saying, it might just be text right there. So it depends.
So again, it would be the same way, I guess, you guys will when you promote your Zoom link, when you put it on a flyer or promote it and push it out there. If you put it on you will create a link that's successful where they can click on it, correct? You'll do the same thing with the YouTube link.
You can say it, link in your bio or something like that, but the way students are, they're not going to read. You would have to literally read. And again, because of the way the event was promoted, students are already going to be looking for a Zoom ID. So they're going to be wondering, well, what's the Zoom ID? So we can say link in bio, link is attached in our bio, click to access, and you see how that goes. And some students might get it, but you might have another handful who aren't reading, who end up missing out on the form because they're not following directions. Because that's a big thing. Students want to just scroll and just click, you know what I mean? Or see something and then just input.
I understand. Okay, so
Well,
I understand that. My
it's not
question
even
is
that, but with the Zoom meeting ID, even if you couldn't copy and paste it, you can still retype it in. You can't retype. I mean, you could probably try and retype in the link from YouTube, but you can't. You're not gonna be able to retype it in because it's gonna be like heckin' numbers and letters and all that.
okay.
So I'm saying if we put it in our bio, like link to the Zoom live stream in our bio, that might work. That might work out.
Yeah. So then, what I'm saying is, as long as and even if you did it the regular Zoom way, because I've seen this during the MLK meetings, where like if Hakeem or somebody is talking, just theirs will come up. Yes, you will see the other people because that's just the way Zoom works. But because we're cutting it so close, you might have to rock with it that way on this particular forum. I think this is a great idea. I just think we needed more time. We didn't do a good job on our end doing this earlier to make sure that we promoted it right. It was worked out right. You could do it this way. I'm just saying, I don't know how accessible it's going to be to the campus because a lot of kids, I guarantee you, are not going to read and they're going to be asking, how do you get on? Somebody's going to ask that question.
Here, I just sent it sent the link through the chat line for you guys.
Okay.
Or what if we did this? What if we just gave them the Zoom link, the Zoom meeting ID or whatever, and then in the chat, like when everybody gets on in the chat, we tell everybody to hop onto the live stream, and then if they want to have a question, they just use that same link that they used to get on originally.
That would
So
sound
that-
like another. That sounds like a bunch of.
I mean, it is an extra step. It is an extra step, but I mean,
In the chat, like when everybody
I
gets
don't know.
It for surely works.
So are you guys on the YouTube link?
How about that? What you put it in the?
I put it in the chat.
In the Zoom chat.
The YouTube
No,
link,
no, in the OH chat.
Yeah.
the YouTube link worked.
Say it again.
That YouTube link you sent worked. I was able to see everybody.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm seeing everybody right now.
So do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is the difference, is having it set up this way, we can control who's on the screen.
I understand. I definitely understand your I think this is a great idea. I just don't know if we have enough time to make it foolproof until by tomorrow, and making sure that students know how to access it. Because all I'm saying is, in the flyers and everything that we've been putting on social media, it has just the Zoom link. Now, if you just had a Zoom link and people would still be able to see it and it's being streamed through YouTube, it would be no problem. I think this is a great idea. It's just, I mean, roll with it. I mean, do whatever way you want to do it. I'm just telling you what problems you potentially are going to potentially.
So my question would be, what are the problems? So let's reverse engineer this real quick. So what is the problems the other way around? You're going to have a forum via Zoom. My only issue with that is, again, you have 20 people on there, you're going to get 20 webcams on there.
So here's my thing with that, Herc. There really, in my personal opinion, I really don't see a problem with that, just because of the fact that, I mean, we're all kind of, I mean, because you think of it like this, like, you think of like, let's say if we were in a room, you would still see, there's still gonna be like 20 people in the room. I mean, and if we tell everybody to keep their mics muted, everybody keep your mics muted. I mean, if you want to show your picture, you can, but you don't need to. If we tell everybody those parameters, then I don't think that it would be a horrible thing if we had everybody.
I see what he's trying to do, because it will. I mean, like, we just did this in my class of the week where we had a guest speaker, and yes, it was a lot of screens up, but obviously everybody knows who's talking and who the speaker is, so you could see him talking, so everybody's focusing in on him. So I understand why Hur-Khan wants the 4 screens this way. That way the attention is on the speaker and everybody can't see everybody else. It's just more of a cleaner, more professional look. So it's not really the format of the way it looks that's my concern. It's just, are students going to be able to get on because they've been looking for a Zoom link all week? You know what I'm saying? Because the flyer says Zoom link coming soon. So they might be looking for a Zoom ID. So, I mean, you could roll with it this way. I'm just saying, the question is, how are you going to make that link accessible for when it's time for the forum for students to see? That way they can get on. That's what you got to make sure. You have to make sure it's accessible. So the thing you would want to do, roll through Instagram and maybe see if you can put, hey, the link is right here in our caption. So John might need to go back to the flyer and adjust to say the link is in the caption on the flyer. That way, if they can touch the link, they can go to the forum.
I was on the YouTube. I just went to the link. How are people able to chat and interact, or how are they able to talk to Doc B?
They're not. They have to.
They can. Malachi, stop, because they can. So the thing, again, we're moderating this. So we have 2 different channels. So if they're on the YouTube, if you notice on the side it says there's a chat line, which I get to monitor and I can be chatting with. So when people can make comments, I can constantly say, hey, if you have a question, post your questions. I can easily get those questions over to you guys via in the Zoom for you guys to read it. Also, I say, hey, if you guys want to get on live with them, here's the link. Hop on the Zoom so you can go live with them. If they choose to go into Zoom, they'll be in the holding room, which Zoom has for when they have our meetings. That way, John or whoever else is moderating, they can always pull somebody over and say, okay, this is such and such, ask your question.
Try that right now.
Try which one?
It does sound good, but is there a way to actually pull people into a side room? Like, if I were to go look at the link right now, could you pull me into a side room and then?
Yeah, so right now you're the moderator. So if you go on, and this is something that me and John's working on. So me and John already looked at this. So as the moderator, there should be some options to there is a holding room, a waiting room called a waiting room. So you can put people in the waiting room. So you can set it up that anybody that logs into Zoom, automatically everybody goes in the waiting room, and you will pull those people from the waiting room to the main room, which is we're on right now. So that's how that works. So that's a presetting. Which John was on the call, because he can actually show. Because John went through all that and he knows how to work that. So anybody that goes, so no matter what, anybody that goes on Zoom, they're gonna be put into the waiting room, waiting for the moderator to pull them over pull them over. Now we could do it one or two ways. We can say, everybody goes on to the Zoom. We can say, hey guys, if you want to, this waiting room is for those who want to ask questions. Because if you want to actually watch, here's a link. Go on the YouTube and you can see us live right now. Or we can put the link in the flyer. Now, again, I understand this is new and we finally got this all together tonight. So I will bend and say, look, whatever you guys choose to do, I'm cool with it. If y'all just want to do Zoom this time and use this format for another one down the road, so we have more time to promote this, that's cool with me too. I'm just glad that we finally got this done, and we know we can do this.
Mhm. Um,
So like it is your, look, at the end of the day, it's your call. I'm not going to supersede this one. This is coming. It is kind of like the 11th hour. We are kind of like have our backs to the wall. If you want to use the Zoom format for everybody, that's cool too. I was just trying to make sure that we had something set up where we can get people watching. Those people that just want to watch, because there's going to be a bunch of people that don't want to use their cameras or they just want to watch. I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
make it accessible for all those people too. So I'm cool with whatever
So
you
so
guys want to
so
do.
so there's got to be a way to where if let's say we do have 20 people on Zoom, there's got to be a way to where you can lock a person's screen.
You
So like
can't.
you
We already
can't.
tried that. Me and John went through all that. I said, John, let's go through this, and we went through it. That's why we had that little run through when we had all you guys on the meeting, and you guys were
Yeah.
holding the meeting. Me and John was in the background trying to lock your screens, trying to do everything. There's only have 4 people showing at one time.
Can you have at least one person locked?
So the problem is that it's not even one person. So it's not even set up for one speaker. So to do that, there is a webcasting you can do that costs money, and that's like 100 something bucks or 200 bucks. I
Oh,
forgot what it was.
nah.
And since we have this account with the school, I'm trying to just use what we have we have right now.
Yeah. Um. I don't know. Like I said, my personal opinion, I like both ways. I'm being completely honest. I think the YouTube way. I think the way with YouTube is it's a lot more organized. It's definitely more organized.
Right.
It gives more of the feel as if we were actually in person because you'd have like us four be at the front and everybody else watching. So it definitely gives that. I think though with the regular Zoom, I think it can still work if we allow. I think it can still work if we let. I don't know. I think it can still work
So
as
so
long as
that's
we tell everybody to mute their mics. Mute their
well
mics. You can have.
we can control that. Don't worry. The moderator can mute mics, and they can't
Oh,
unmute. Once the moderator mutes your mic, you can't really unmute.
Oh,
You,
so
you
then
got
we don't really. If that's the case, we don't need to worry about anything then, because the
oh,
only way
but
you
the one thing you have
go
to
ahead.
worry about, the one thing you do have to worry about, that's the issue. Even with your mic muted, I want you to think about when you're in class, Zoom classes, you have everybody, you can see everybody on the screen. So how many times do you have your teacher talking and you're kind of trying to figure out who else is in the classroom and you're looking at other people? That's
No,
the
no, no.
thing.
So,
It's
so, so when I'm in Zoom, I only see my teacher. When I'm in Zoom, I only see my teachers. Like, and I think like, or so it's also the way you have your screen set up because you can choose an option to where you can see multiple screens or you can just see
right,
the one person speaking, and that's purely up to the audience. At that
right.
point, we can't control that.
You
Um,
can't control that.
but
And that's my
but
issue. You can't control that. So people can have multiple on the screen or one person at a time. And my biggest thing is, since this is a conversation between you guys and Doc B, I'd rather have you three, you four on the screen at one time, just so they can understand who's talking, instead of again, it's a distraction when you have a bunch of people in the Zoom. And I do that shit during the regional conference. I'm like, who's on this thing? And I start scrolling through motherfuckers like, who's this? Who's that? And I'm just scrolling through trying to figure out who's who. It's a distraction,
yeah,
you know. So I'm cool either way. If you guys want to just do the Zoom this time and maybe save this for the next one, That way we have more time to promote the link and have everything set up and put everything. That's fine. At least we know we have this at our disposal now. So I'm cool with whatever way you guys want to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the big discussion now is exactly how you guys want to handle it. If you guys just want to do Zoom, we can do Zoom, get through it and say, okay, we want to do the YouTube next time and we're going to promote it. We want to promote everything that is on YouTube, that we stream live, that we have. This is how we're going to have people set up. If you want to ask questions, we can get people ahead of time so they know how the next format is.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to ram anything down anybody's throats. I want you guys make a decision. I just feel like this is a little cleaner. So when y'all looking at it, we have more control.
Yeah. Wes, it's on you, buddy.
Personally, for this one, I am kind of leaning towards just the Zoom, just to keep everything on one accord. And we're not have to switch it up at the last minute because then now John got to go contact someone to switch their shit up as well. So I think we might as well just keep it on Zoom for this one. For the mental health forum, definitely we should probably do like a YouTube live and figure out how to work it and use it.
Okay, not a problem. Then that is the president has spoken. That's his executive decision because that's what we asked him to give. So let's do it that way.
All good.
Okay, so that's just do what you guys did last time. Distribute the link for the Zoom, and then actually the next time I guess we can work on is meet Blue and White, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. So we might be able to use the YouTube for that.
Okay, for sure.
And that gives us more time, and then getting our speakers and getting everybody to know what their roles are. So no problem. So that's Zoom this time around, and then what we'll do is start working on the next one and figuring out how we're going to promote it and make sure everybody's on one accord.
Okay.
Most def.
Yeah, my fault, boy. I had to go, boy.
Nigga, you always got to go shit, nigga.
God damn, that shit was. So I missed it. What happened?
We're just gonna use the Zoom for this one, just to keep everything on one accord, and we don't gotta make any more last minute changes to anything. We're just gonna do the Zoom, but maybe for the mental health forum, we can definitely look into using YouTube Live.
I think this is a great format. We just need more time to make sure we promote a link, and then just say the caption, like the link will be in the just the way we promote it that way, and keep working through this one because this is a great idea. We just need to just work it out a little bit more. I don't think this is a bad idea. We just need more time. But what I would do though is still make a premium Zoom account because you don't want to have to log on right at because you're somewhere along the time you're gonna have some idle time in the very beginning. There's no way around that. You're gonna have idle time because you're gonna have to have some time for Doc to get on, let him get ready, and then you're gonna have time when people are logging in. So you're gonna have some idle time, even if it's only 5 minutes. So that's 5 minutes less you have on your Zoom time. So just make sure you just get a little premium account or something and make sure that you have as much time as you need for people to get their questions answered, for people, because if it drops and logs off, people ain't logging back on. It's going to be over with. So,
okay, but how much is it? How much is a little premium account?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's much. I'm pretty sure if you use like a Sac State email, or you can upgrade it some way to where it might even be free if you're a student. You know what I'm saying? But I would just still make sure you do that at least for the next
Steve, can you research that for us?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
And then only other thing I'm gonna look into, since we know we're doing this, is banners and graphics within this, because when I go online, I look at some of the stuff they're doing on YouTube now. I see borders and banners. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to so we can have OH on there, a title of our form that's in there, that stays in there. I don't know if there's another program how to use, but right now, if it is another program used, then we just gonna stick with this. But again, it's not bad. What we're doing is not bad. So I'm gonna look into graphics and adding more stuff to it.
Sure.
Okay.
Just to help you guys out. I know you guys are busy. I'm asking you guys to do a lot, but I'm trying to meet y'all halfway on it. Oh shit. Okay, guys. So get that Malachi. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor. Start promoting tonight if you can. Get that. Get with Wes. set that Zoom meeting up, get that link out to everybody, and that's canvas everybody tomorrow. Let's make sure we give it to me if I can send it to the Western region. I can send it to Kendrick. I can send it to Nationals. Yeah, so they can jump on too.
Okay.
Oh
Okay, guys. Guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I appreciate you.
yeah.
Man.
For sure.